All right. How about now? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Yay! Okay. Second time from the top. Hello, everybody. I'm Rachel. Welcome to Altered States on the Ascension Network. And today is July 5th. Yes. Hey, Chastity, for the second time. Deja vu, deja vu. So I was traveling. I'm not really traveling. I was just blowing stuff up. I'm not going to lie. I was blowing stuff up and drinking. Okay. It is what it is. And I figured now's probably not the time to be doing tarot readings, right? But I will tell y'all what I did do, because I consider this like a little bit of my shamanic practice. So most people are doing full moon and new moon rituals, and putting the crystals out in the moon. And I'm sitting here doing meditations, going, okay, this is what I'm doing. I know that, in the United States, that for most of us, it represents freedom. So this is what I'm setting my intention for my 4th of July holiday celebration. That is freedom from things that I listed, and I won't share those because, I'm weird, and independence. And so I said, I would like for these things to be released. And every time that a firework goes off within 25 to 30-mile radius of my house, hey, Glenda, I would like for that energy to be transformed, released, things kind of like that. There was really kind of no set. So there's really kind of no set practice with that. Again, that's just within my shamanic practice of using my environment, using my landscape, using the weather to bring in the things and release and transmute. So that's what I did. So next time there is a whole lot of fireworks going on, perhaps that y'all could do the same thing. Just remember, if you release something, then you need to bring something in. And I always like to counter that with, for myself, and then the highest good of all souls concerned, and bring in some good things for the collective too. So now that I said all that, because that took like a whole, minute of me to think and comprehend. Hey, Pamela. So let me go to the Ascension Network, and I'm going to share out, if y'all don't mind, do the same thing. So how is everybody? I'm excited to be here. I need to look to see what's going on with the planets. I know there's some things in Uranus that's shifting, and it's conjuncting. And I know that Lilith is on my north node, and I know it's right there at Taurus. And I know there's some stuff going on with Scorpio. So I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in the pit of my stomach. So I'd like to know. I really need to find somebody who does astrology. That way I can do my chart really, really good. Okay, I shared out. So I'm still going to use my little handy dandy Rider Waite deck, my little one. And I got in this really cool deck that is the same Rider Waite, that it is the bigger version, and it is more tea stained. So like a tea stone color, so I'm kind of to see how that looks. And I'm telling y'all guys, I tried to ground as much as I could. Okay. So if I am loopy, I'm sorry. I have not been drinking today, I promise. It's just a day where I have been loopy. I went to the store to get a lottery ticket, and the guy was like, you want one for tonight? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, and then he goes, the one for the next night? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, how much money do I have left over? He was like, $6. I was like, give me 3 $2 tickets. And I was like, it's a good thing he knows what I want, because right now I don't know. That's bad, isn't it? So what you got going on, Glenda? You would love to have someone talk to about mine? I know. Well, of course, I love Molly McCord. So I listened to her, and I know she has this new thing out about, it's actually the second part of everything that's going on. And she does a lot monthly where you can follow along, but there's just so many aspects. So, and in my chart, everything is like in my lower half. There's nothing like up top in the planets. That shows you how much I know about stuff to know what it's called. And actually, most everything, because I'm a Libra, most all of my planets are in Libra and Scorpio. So you did find her. Hi, Kelsey. Yes. Kelsey, how you doing? Are you employed? That's a burning question, Kelsey. We all must know. Are you employed? Are you happily employed? All righty. So who's the first one up? Who wants a reading? Yeah, chat. Yeah, Kelsey. Do tell. Do tell. Oh my gosh, Kelsey. I know that's got to be discouraging. Just keep hanging in there. I know, like I said, I know keep hanging in there. I know that's not helping you pay the bills. But after I do Chastity, then I'll get into yours, Kelsey, if you want me to. And then we'll do Glenda. Do Kelsey first. Okay. So I'm going to disappear backstage because I got some new cards. And whenever we was talking about Kelsey, I was thinking, okay, this is it. Hang on. Let me get them. Y'all stay right there. Don't go nowhere. So I got some new cards. Hot off the presses. Guardian of the Night Tarot. Y'all. So I love animal cards. And so these are the animals that come out at night. Very, very cool. And yes, I'm the weirdo with the autograph. Because she was having issues. She's the one who done the crow cards. And she has cat cards and dog cards. And I use my dog cards sometimes. But she's the one that does the crow cards that are real popular right now. But everybody on Amazon was copying her cards. So she did this thing. If you bought them through her website, she would sign them. Really cool. It really is. It really is. I'm a nerd. I don't know why. It just feels, hey, Carol, it feels, I don't know. It feels special. And it's not the fact that I have, their autograph. It's something more to it. I've often said, like, whenever I go and I do things and there's like really cool people there, it's not that I'm a groupie. It feels like by default, their brain cells kind of fall off on me and I get smarter. Well, that's the way it feels like this. It feels like there's some sort of energetic, I guess there really is. There's got to be like an energetic frequency that, is on my cards. That's how I kind of see it. And I know that she pours her heart in some of these cards. And so by default, it makes my cards clear. It has this added protection and it keeps all the messages that she poured into them there. That's how I kind of see it. I see her as like a guardian spirit over the cards, if that makes sense. Okay, Kelsey. Yes, I am feeling much better. I'm telling y'all, this energy is kicking my hiney. I don't really live in fear. That I did not want to do anything over the weekend with a holiday, with going out and celebrating. We did, but I mean, we didn't stay long. Not where mass crowds. There's a lot of crazy things going on in my area. I don't know why. I'm sure it's everybody's area. So that's one reason why I was kind of doing the work with the fireworks, kind of transmuting that area energy. Kelsey went to the urgent care day for an earache, ended up with a steroid shot with multiple side effects. Not a fan of those, especially the hot flashes. Oh, Kelsey. Go on. Well, okay, so while I was shuffling them, Kelsey, they popped out. Gosh, I feel like there's stuff everywhere. Okay, so the first one is a 5 of Wands. Y'all look at this card. It's a 5 of Wands. And so we know that Wands is jobs, employment, it's security. But also, just the 5 of Wands itself, this is all about, it's struggling, it's fighting, hassles, arguments. But it has a little beaver, and so the beaver, he is the builder. So Kelsey, I really, really, okay, let's just get into it. Again, with the beaver, that's all about building. And, when you think about it, what they're building with is with the trees. So that is earth. They're building with the water, which is emotions. But it's making this connection of how one relies upon the other. So I'm really, really wondering why you're having so many interviews and nothing is happening. And I don't mean that mean, or I don't mean that like, oh, how come you're not qualified, or what are you doing wrong? It really feels like whatever is there meant for you either isn't opened up yet, or it's going through these channels. Like whatever it is you're interviewing, and it's not going to be like directly through like the recruiter or the hiring person. It feels like they're going to be considering you for a job, and then they get this new opportunity and they're like, oh my God, that girl Kelsey, this is her job. This is her. So it just feels like the opportunity isn't open yet. And I'm pretty sure I said that last time. Okay. But the second card is Ace of Wands. And we know that Wands is all about new beginnings. Or, sorry. Okay. Here we have the Ace of Wands. And we know that Wands is all about jobs, employment, and security. And aces are new beginnings. So you got that new job and new enterprise coming. Then, Kelsey, it is followed by the 5 of Swords. So look at this, okay? Again, 5, it means change. And the 5 of Swords here, this is all about winning by default. It's no competition. In the Swords, we know that, it's thought, it's mind, it's your intellect. So I really don't know what's going on. It's just like constant. So it just like whenever I see it, I just see them passing you along, passing your information. But it's not like they're passing you or your resume to, file 13 or to the garbage bin. It seems like you're being passed on, or you're being saved for this better opportunity. And I know you're probably thinking, hey, look, something needs to happen because, you need to pay your power bill, right? You need to buy groceries. You got to buy gas, all these things. So, when is this going to happen for Kelsey? You've had several jobs pass me off to other jobs. Yeah, it doesn't. And it's not like they say, oh, she's overqualified, she can't hear. It almost feels like this is in your favor, but you still don't want to be passed around. It's like, come on, man. You're not a party favor, right? Kelsey's the hot potato. She's being passed around. Kelsey, are you just being passed around, everybody? I gotta love it. Okay, so as for clarity, and what came up is the Hangman. And so, the Hangman is major arcana, and it's a total change of priorities, perspective, delay. Change your perspective. And I'm pretty sure, Kelsey, this is the card that came up last time too. So, Kelsey, you need to go and look at the Hangman, okay? Meditate on that. Because I'm pretty sure change your perspective came up last time. It's coming. I did ask for when, and the hangman came, so. But yeah, Kelsey, it just feels like you're being passed on. And I will say this, the energy is definitely moving faster. It's ramping up. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're just moving so fast. You're moving through these jobs without even literally had to be there as far as getting experience, you know? That's crazy, isn't it? Okay, Chastity. Let's pull some cards for Chastity. What does the cards need to tell for Chastity? All right, Chastity. So the first one is a Nine of Pentacles. And so look, this is you know, one of my favorite cards, okay? So Pentacles, it's security, it's material issues, it's money, but you know, it's that old money. But you see here, instead of the lady in waiting who's independent, it's the bear. And so the Nine of Pentacles, this is happiness and prosperity by oneself. It is independence. And I mean, look at this. It's a beautiful card. It's the bear. So Chastity, whenever I was talking about this, it was something about poking the bear. This is what was coming through, poking the bear, but let the sleeping bear lie. So if there's an issue that is rubbing you the wrong way and you just keep poking at it, just kind of step back, okay? So it's almost like if you're irritated, you just keep walking by kicking it. And I'm getting the message for you to stop kicking it, quit kicking at it, quit antagonizing it, quit. So the next one is the Ten of Pentacles. And again, Pentacles is security, material issues, and wealth. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm telling y'all, these cards are talking. Okay. So it is a Ten of Pentacles. And look at these bees. And look, they're going to, I guess they're petunias or some kind of like you know, petunia style bulb. So it's something that is open and kind of deep. And it's actually, the back of the card is a design too. All right. So it's Ten of Pentacles. So Chastity, this is all about expansion. This is typically the card where it shows women downtown and they're all kind of like congregating. So Chastity, this is the card of expansion. It's the card of renovation. It's like family support. And so whenever you think of the bees, I always think of like the collective, like the beehive mind. It's very much that. And so the fact that the bees are getting their substance, you know, they're eating, that's what they're doing. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're pollinators. So that's very much the collective right now. Then it is followed by another 10 of Swords. And Swords, it's your thoughts, it's your mind, and it's your intellect. And so the 10 of the Swords, it's that card typically where the person is laying down and it has the swords in them. So it's that card of overwhelmed, you know. But here it is the bird. And okay. So, you know, here you've got like a little, it doesn't look like a baby bird. It looks like a gluttonous bird. And he is still in that nest. And he's screaming. And you see this little yellow finch. And the finch is like it's trying to comfort. But like this big, fat, gluttonous bird is not hearing it because they're being too loud. They're being too vocal. And then it's like whenever you look at the bottom, there's broken eggs. So it's like, what does that mean? And it's just like there's so much going on. So Chastity, this is definitely going back to this bear message of don't kick this bear. Don't quit hitting at it, quit poking it, whatever you're doing to instigate this situation, stop. Okay. Because there is this collective, and I'm assuming that this is your family, perhaps your kids, but this is people that are around you that are see you poking this bear. And even though you might very well be validated and should be kicking that bear, you should be like drop kicking that bear, poking the bear, like you should be doing all these things to it. Just stop and take a breath and just stand back and realize how everybody else is seeing you. Even though, Chastity, you're 100% validated with your emotions, like you should be doing more to that bear, just stop. And Chastity, I will say this. I am so glad that I'm able to give you that message, and I know that you will receive it and not be like, what is she talking about? What is she, I'm glad, hopefully, that we're on the same wavelength, that you're receptive to that and not be mad. And so I'm going to do a clarity one just for it. All right, Chastity. So when I asked for clarity, it's a tower moment. So the tower, it's all about total chaos and upheaval. So again, Chastity, quit poking that bear. And the bear can be you. I don't know if you're picking at a scab, if you're picking at a wound, but it's like you're just doing something that you shouldn't be doing, but kind of in that moment it feels good. Again, it's not saying you're not validated and you shouldn't be kicking the hell out of it, but just kick some rocks instead somewhere else. All right, Glenda Peck. Little Miss Glenda Peck. So Glenda's my friend. And it's funny how I met Glenda. So I actually knew Glenda's daughter. And Glenda's daughter and my daughters, they played baseball together or softball together. And I would be at the ball field, and Brittany, which is her daughter, said, "Oh my God, you are so weird. You need to talk to my mama. Y'all would get along." And I was like, "Tell her to call me." So now, I don't even know who this Brittany chick is. I'm just friends with her mama. Right, Glenda? And I love that, Glenda. All right, what does Glenda need to know? What does Glenda need to know? Ooh, Glenda. What popped up was the star. So it's the major arcana. So this is new start, optimism, all is well. But look, it's the stag, and the star is right there in the horns. And it's like whenever people go, after animals and they kill them and they eat them and, they do all those things out of necessity and out of food, the rack or the antlers, that is a thing that they use measurement by, so they say, oh, that's a 12-pointer, that's an 8-pointer, it's like the antlers, the rack, it becomes this symbolism of the deer. That's what's left. The meat fed them, the hide, you made a drum, all these aspects, but what is left has become the antlers. And that's how it's kind of remembered. Because so with me seeing the star right there, it almost, Glenda, there's something about that. Okay. So the second card is the Queen of Pentacles. And again, Pentacles, it's security, material issues, and money. And Glenda, this is who I see you as being. And I'm sure we've talked about this before. It's that Queen of Pentacles. You know, it's that earth type energy, it's that mother energy. It's just down to earth. It's very humble. It's that nurturing, it's that nurturing, consistent mama that everybody comes back to, right? Then the other card is the Strength card. And this is Major Arcana. And so here it's represented with a snake, which is all about transformation. You see a heartache, or, you know, like a heart. And then you see like this little mouse. And you know, it's like whenever I do animal cards, nobody wants the little mouse card or the little ant card. They want the big things. They want to be the big elephants. They want to be the lions, the tigers, the bear. But the mouse is just, you know, okay. So tell me to read the message. All right, Glenda, pick. Strength can refer to how physically strong you are. However, in this case, strength represents physical restraint and your ability to control your emotion. The mouth resists the urge to scurry away in the face of danger. The snake resists the urge to indulge in a mid-morning snack. Because of their ability to let go and face the fears, the snake and the mouse can see each other, truly seeing each other as another creature put on this planet with hopes and dreams. It is in this moment of controlling their instincts that the world opens up and new information can be gained. If you see yourself as the mouse, you may be feeling, though, as you are the victim or the prey in the situation, that your needs are dependent on the approval of others. If you perceive your position as one that is at a disadvantage in a situation, for example, you are dealing with a boss or someone in power, call on the mouse's strength, such as its connection to the earth, as it will bring grounding to your situation. Mice are also adaptable and can get through obstacles quickly. If you immediately connect with the snake, you may be feeling though you are the one that must alter or make concessions, and that can breed resentment. Use this opportunity to grow and learn from others. You are in a position to create an atmosphere of healing and harmony. Think about how a snake sheds its skin. Your current situation may be one that represents a significant time for growth. Again, so Glenda Peck, the star, which is new star optimism. And again, I'm directly being called to the antler, to the rack. And this has to do with, I guess, kind of like the recognition after everything is said and done. After everything is said and done, nobody says, oh, those venison patties were so good. Everybody just looks to the wall and they see the antler and goes, oh yeah, that was an 8-point blah, 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 blah. So it's something about the recognition that lingers longer. And even though this animal provided, substance and provided all these things, it's still providing something like the legacy. That's what I'm trying to say, like that legacy. Again, so Glenda, this is all about legacies and being that mouse and that snake. And that's really kind of like what the hangman is changing your perspective. In chastity, even though you're kicking that bear, remember the bear's perspective too. And that's honestly what the Queen of Pentacles is it's somebody who makes everybody feel welcome and, can make that lemons into lemonade and feed everybody, even the enemies. Hey, Tina. Oh my gosh, y'all. Why are y'all giving me all these hard things? I don't want hard stuff. Come on. I don't want kicking the bear. I don't want snakes eating mices. I really do. As I said, I got a Scorpio in my chart. That's funny because, whenever you think of Glinda, you think of her as a little mouse, but she's not really a mouse. She'll kill you. Alrighty, Tina. Alrighty, so I got Tina, and then I'll get Pamela. And then Carol. Y'all help me stay on track because today is a crazy day. Okay, Tina. Tina. Oh, I thought that was blood. Hang on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, Tina, the one that just jumped right out. This is the Two of Wands. And you see, so wands, it's jobs, it's employment, and security. And I always see two as like duality relationships. And so here you see the male and female line. To me, this is all about that duality. It's the things that are yes and no, black and white, up, down, conscious, unconscious. It's like that duality. Pain and joy, or joy and sorrow. All right. So your second card, Tina, is this lovely card, and it's death. So here, death is nothing but transition, change. It's all about complete change, shedding of the old, making space for the new to come in. And then I'm going to read this card too. But look, there's this beautiful white barred owl, right? And whenever we think of that, so oh my gosh, y'all, these cards are awesome. Okay, so look at this card. It's got this owl, and its claws. It has a little mouse. It's got Glinda in there. Tina, you're fixing to eat Glinda. Are you fixing to eat her? But are you really, saving her from this briar patch? And look what's in the briar patch. It's these things. It's the things unknown. It's the things hidden. And honestly, we kind of have to die. So Tina, I'm wondering, this really feels like I know this is a buzzword right now. And I'm sorry that my readings are just all over, but y'all just follow the ball, okay? This really feels like something is dying and going away and making room for something new to come in. And I know the buzzword right now is like death of the ego. So it's something along the lines of that. It doesn't feel like ego. It really feels like identity. So, and I really don't know what that means. So I'm just going to give examples. It's just like how whenever there's been like the empty nest where you have parents and it's been their identity because their kids, they've had 100 kids and they've all played ball and they've went to school, and all of a sudden the last one has gone to college. Now these parents no longer identify as being, the ones that are running the PTA or this, or if you've worked for a company for so long and you was married to this company and you was the CEO and you did everything for the company and then you retired. It's like you kind of lose that identity. That's what this is feel like, that you're losing. It's a death of your identity for something. So I want to say like the death of ego/identity. Lord, I'm going to be better prepared next time I pull these cards out. Okay. These are some good cards. Okay, Tina. Many people recoil when the death card appears in a reading, as if it were an omen soon to come, suggest a passing from this world. But rarely does this card indicate an upcoming loss of life. However, it can very well suggest the life that you know it may be due for a shift. It is time to close a chapter, move on, and let something that has run its course go. Change, after all, like death, is inevitable. When the death card appears, you may need to consider you are devoting too much time and energy to something that no longer offers growth potential. Much like religiously watering a dead tree, there isn't much you can do to bring it back, and your efforts, although in earnest, will be wasted. You are asked to release yourself from the attachments that no longer offer growth opportunities, because in doing so, you will open the door for something new. Okay, so Tina, I just said that I was going to just take a picture of this and send it to you, but no, I got to read the whole thing. When it came to illustrate the death card, I thought about how at times we do everything in our power to avoid the thing we fear the most. For many of us, that is letting go of a limiting belief, getting out of our comfort zone, and embracing a significant life change. Change requires vulnerability, and staying put or avoidance can be much easier. However, as time moves on, we continue to grow even in small ways. And in that space where we sought refuge, it remains the same. Eventually, the stagnant space gets tighter, and pricks of discomfort become more noticeable and potentially destructive. In the end, we become painfully stuck. A version, a vision of a low thorn bush and a family of rats seeking safety from the owl appeared in mind. Fear kept the rats from moving, from using their creative minds, and from living. As time went on, the thorn bush where they felt so safe became their cage. They tried to avoid discomfort, but their life still changed in the end, not for the better. Change is inevitable. The beliefs they nurtured, invested so much time and energy on, kept them in the thorn bush. And when those beliefs no longer served them, the rats could not see eventually those same thoughts would lead to their demise. The shelter that once kept them safe had been the cage that made them easy picking for predators. The owl offers to you its wisdom and a sharp sight to identify the areas that need to be released. You have the strength to rise up and out of a situation that may be holding you down. Rats are known for their adaptability. When you call on the rat to assist you during a time of flux, you will find within you a natural ability to accept and adjust to a new environment. So, Tina, I couldn't help but think if this has to lead to a job, and they told me to pull the card off the top deck. And what came up is Three of Cups. And this is all about network and celebration. You know, Cups is emotions, it's feeling, it's perception. Three, a celebration, support, group, a party card. Oh my gosh. Tina, I don't think this is about your job. And I know that's not for me to know, but I just figured you might ask if that was about your job. Tina, wherever you find yourself going back to old ways and it's not working, that's what needs to be dealt with. I think the little thorn bush is that's like your safe thing. That's where you run to, and when you run back to it, you get the same thing. So if there is this same person that you keep running to when things get difficult and awkward, or whenever you feel like you need comfort, you're going to keep getting the same outcomes. Y'all, so I've been playing with these cards, but I really haven't been doing readings with them. These cards are hitting me. These Guardian of the Nights, I'm telling y'all, it's her autograph on them. Yes, Bridget, everybody is losing it today. Yes, everybody is losing it today. So give people their space. Let them do whatever. Because chances are they're only doing it because they were, had it done to them. And I know that's not fair, but it's like everybody is sponges right now, and we're just all full and just waiting to explode. Okay. Who did I say was next? I think Carol and then Pam, right? All right, Carol. Thank you, Tina. And just so y'all know, I think that death card was for me too. Because every time I do anything like this, or I do a regular reading, these readings, y'all's readings, they sit with me, and I think about them, and I think, okay, what do I need to learn from that? What, I mean, I don't get into your business, but I'm just thinking it just really, I try and learn from it too. All right, Carol. All right, Carol. So the first one for you is the devil. And so the devil, this is just all about bad habits. It's fear. It's the major arcana card. So here we got the devil, which is fear. Carol, this is for you. The next two cards I got are these. And so what do we notice that, consistent? It's the Eight of Pentacles, which is the bee going back to the hive, going back, so yeah, I guess it would be a jackalope, but yeah, it's a rabbit, and it has the face of a deer, the skull of a deer, and the I'll read about it in a minute. I was just drawn to these. So Carol, it's the Eight of Pentacles, and Pentacles is jobs, employment, and security. And so typically it's the card where the wands are flying through the air. That's fast moving energy. Then here it's showing the Eight of Pentacles is, the bee with going back to the hive, and then the other one is the World card. And so the World card, this is all about completion. This is the last of the major arcana. It's completion, it's success, it's new door opened, new opportunities, things come full circle. And so it's like, but what the bee is on is this little bitty piece of pollen, right? And that's what a bee does. Again, it's a pollinator, and this is what it eats. And so whenever I did it, it was fear, Eight of Pentacles, and then the World. So, Carol, let's just watch this fear, which is what the devil, and go out there and get whatever you need. Do whatever you're supposed to do. Do whatever your passion is, whatever your calling is, whatever you love, and take that out to the rest of the world. It's just saying, let go and just do it. Don't be afraid. Just do it. And then, I really love this whole fact of the bee, because again, it's the bee mind, it's the collective, it's everybody, it's you and I, we're all connected. So 15, the devil. When you choose to sit on the couch and binge watch an entire season of a TV show while eating a pint of ice cream instead of tackling a nagging chore that needs to be done, that is the energy of the devil testing you, creating opportunity that feeds your desire for comfort. The devil brings indulgence, succumbing to slothfulness, and choosing that thing that satisfies our immediate needs instead of facing a challenge. Resisting the devil can be daunting. When we choose not to speak up, because we're afraid that we're going to be ridiculed. That is the devil's work. Then that energy can slip into a seed of self-doubt, and that reinforces it by feeding ideas for a much more appealing scenario, one that doesn't cause pain. When we refuse to face reality, when we allow ourselves to stay put in a destructive pattern or habit, the pain or suffering required for freedom is too extreme, and we are the devil's mercy. This creature finds delight and strength when we fall victim to our worst character flaws. When the devil appears, you may need to examine if something masks itself as an easy solution or a less than challenging alternative. Yeah, and it's the jackalope. So here the jackalope, it represents a myth, a legend, man-made, mystical. So yeah, Carol, get out. And, it just reminds me of that little devil on your shoulder. Oh, Carol, you can't do it. Or Carol, they're laughing at you. Or Carol, you sound stupid. Thump them off. Or say, come on, devil, let's go for a ride. Let's go do something. Let's go do something fun. Let me show you. Let me show you how much they're going to talk about me now, because this is what we're fixing to do. Make that devil hang on. All right, Pamela. These are for you. Well, thank you, Pamela, for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out. Not just Pamela. I really have missed y'all. I missed everybody. Yeah, these cards, I'm really, really liking these cards. I'm really liking these cards. I'm really liking these cards. All right, Pamela. So yours is the moon. It's the major arcana of, the moon. And so the moon is all about its psychic abilities, but not everything has been seen yet. It's illusion, it's deceit. And so I told y'all whenever I got these cards, she signed the deck, but she also included like an extra card that was like a little sample reading, and of course I know these are all sitting on a shelf, and she just grabbed them and plopped them in an envelope, and it came to Rachel and Villarica. But I'm telling y'all, these cards came, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, and it was a weird place because I'm sure I'd done a show, and I was talking about how crazy the energy was, but I was really in a weird place. But the card that came was the moon, and I literally sat down, opened this up, felt the energy of the cards, saw the moon, and I cried. I couldn't even open up the rest. I couldn't even look at them. These cards are really cool. But so the moon. So the moon is all about emotions, okay? But look. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to see because they said to look underneath the coyote. I'm assuming that's a coyote. So, okay, guys and girls, they're telling me to look underneath the coyote, and I'm trying to see what that is because they're telling me like that's what's important. And of course, whenever I hold it up, it looks like a face, but whenever I'm looking at it, I can't tell what it is. And that's what the moon is about. It's about illusion. It's about deceit. It's about the things that aren't seen. Okay. So here I am looking for something. Why am I looking for it? I'll let y'all be the judge of that, right? Is it important? Do I really need to know what's there? Do I really need to know what's under the coyote? Does it really matter? All I have to know is maybe something there's, maybe not. I don't know. Is that, don't look, I done wasted all this time talking about what is under this coyote, and it really doesn't matter. So the second card is Judgment, right? And this is Major Arcana, and Judgment is all about epiphany, seeing clearly. Oh my God, this deck is calling me out, making fun of me. It's like, a light bulb. And so here you see this golden snake, and it's all about transformation. You see it. It's done, rose up from it shed its skin. And whenever you shed its skin, that's when it's like the most vulnerable part. So it has risen above it. Then it is followed by the Seven of Pentacles. And so Pentacles, it's all security, it's material issues, it's wealth. And here we have the lovely Black Widow spider. And so sevens, it's spirituality, it's religion, it's lessons learned. And the seven it's like competition with an advantage. So I'm going to look to see what she says, what the Seven of Pentacles means. Because she really does have good insight. I love these. I love them. But now the Black Widow has really got me. It doesn't say that it's a Black Widow, but I'm assuming it's the Black Widow, because whenever I see a snake like this that has a little round bubble butt and it's got the red on it, it's the Black Widow. So this is what Seven of Pentacles means. So the spider stepped back to appreciate the work it created during the day. Each web thoughtfully positioned between the branches. It admired the design and examined each one for its whole and potential weaknesses that would allow its prey to escape. So I was just heard that that's what underneath the coyote was. Was that my weakness? The Seven of Pentacles indicates a time to reflect upon all the work that has led you to this moment in time. It is here that you are asked to examine if you are on the right course for the best results, or if you need to pivot or adjust. Are there any holes or weak spots that would benefit from being filled in? When you find creating a vision for the future challenging, call upon the spider to guide you through the planning process. The spider brings to your situation patience and a sense of quiet as you connect with your higher self. When you work with a spider spirit, your spidey senses kick in, and you will find the ability to pick up on the vibration that surrounds you, and you will instinctively know the right direction to move. So, whenever you are dealing with the moon, the things that are unseen, the things that are hid, with that illusions, with that deceit, know that everything that you need is within you. Rely upon yourself. Look back. So the web can be the tools of divination. It can be the way you feel. It's everything. If something seems off, then it's off. If it's not, and you're like, oh, everything's going too well, there's got to be something hidden. Look just to see. Again, I was looking back to see what's in the, underneath that coyote, and it really doesn't matter, but I was told and I did it. So was that like just a distraction? But it is, and it's okay, like there's no judgment. It's okay. I'm not going to get hung up. I'm not going to get hung up either way. And that's where we kind of have to be. Jennifer calls that staying neutral. It's neither good or bad. It just is. Stay neutral, Now I know that there's nothing there, but if you look at it, like I can see it whenever I'm looking in the computer, it looks like a face. So even though I say nothing's there, whenever you look at it, I kind of feel like you're going to see something. So it is what it is. Who knows what's there, but it's okay because we got our little spidey senses and we know that we're capable. Okay. So Pamela, you're capable. Oh, you was called a snake about a week ago? Yeah. Yeah, Pamela, snakes they're ones that I really struggle with. And if I move my head this way, maybe somewhere, you'll see up on that piece of selenite is a snake skin. And that was a huge thing for me. The snake came and gave me a little lesson. So now, much like the deer antlers, I have the snake skin that is wrapped around my selenite. Oh, all righty. All right, so let's go to Bridget and then Zelda. I think the name was Zelda. Brigitte. So you was actually caught a snake. Well, again, that's their perspective, right? You can see a snake as being good. You can see it as something that adapts, something that moves. You know, because I really like psychology, and I've been, you know, reading a lot. It's Young, and I think it was his theory that your consciousness only knows one person, and that's yourself. All right, thank you, Jennifer. And I have said that before, that I've, you know, read about dream analysis, that everybody in the dream is you. They're just different aspects. And so, and I know that saying is, whenever you meet somebody and they irritate you, what really is irritating you is the aspects of yourself that you don't like. So, well, thank you, Chastity. Thank you for joining us. So, thank you, Pamela, for being a mirror for that person so they can see how they were acting. All right. So this one is Bridget. Bridget. All right, Bridget. The first one is the Queen of Swords. And again, swords, it's thoughts, it's mind, it's intellect. And so, you know, the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who is that truth. It's clear boundaries. It's the professional woman. It is mental detachment. Again, it's that sharp tongue. And so to me, that just screams truth. And then whenever you look at the card, you know, of course, it's at night. I see the beautiful moon. I see all the whiteness of the card, like purification. But I also notice that in the stars is the crown, you know? And I really, really like that aspect of the Queen of Swords because, again, like what we were just talking about with the snake, it all depends, you know, like people, some people don't want to hear the truth. So people might not come to you because you do give that truth, but I would come to you just like I go to Jennifer because I know she's going to tell me the truth. Because sometimes I get sick of my own crap and people won't call me out on it, but Jennifer will. So it's kind of like that. It's that Queen of Swords. And it's not like you have to walk around going, oh, I'm the Queen of Truth. I know. It's almost, it's like it's just there. It's just there in the background. Then it's followed by the Seven of Cups. And cups, it's emotions, it's feeling, it's perceptions. And so this is the card of like daydreaming, fantasizing, choices, opportunities. Everything is there in the background. Again, like you see all these cups, and it looks like the same traditional things that are in the regular Rider-Waite thing. But the thing that is coming out is the one that is cloaked, because in the Rider-Waite deck, all this is like it's cloaked. It's the things that you can't see. And again, it's all of these things that are the unknown. Then it is followed by the 10 of Wands. And Wands is jobs, employment, and security. And 10 is like the end of the cycle. It's the completion. But this is all about heavy burdens. It's all about heavy burdens. Carrying the heavy burdens. So, Bridget, it really feels like you need to set boundaries with some people in your life, probably those that are closest to you, about realistic expectations, not of what you can do, not of the burdens that you can carry, but the realistic expectations of that they should ask you to carry. They shouldn't ask you to carry those burdens. And it shouldn't even be your place to say, hey guys, I'm not doing this for you. So, Bridget, be that person of truth for you, and say, no, I can't do that, but here's how you can do it. If you're not comfortable saying, if no, you do that yourself, then perhaps you could say, here's how you can do it, or this is where you should start first. If these people aren't carrying their own weight, then just say, hey, look, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Because I've realized today that my youngest, my 13-year-old, I've got to stop hindering him. I'm just babying him. And I took him to the dentist and he has a cavity. And I'm like, do I keep, telling him to brush his teeth? Or do I just let him, get all these cavities, and then that costs a whole lot of money and a little pain? Or like, what do you do? Like, how do you find this balance? But I shouldn't, like, I feel like I just baby him. And so it's not really even the brushing the teeth. It's like this whole aspect of everything. And, maybe I'm babying. So I don't know. It's just like, that is just so much. It just like encompasses everything. So I think if you would start having some clear boundaries and saying that truth, whatever that truth is to you, and you might be able to say, no, you do this on your own. Or you might say, okay, I'll help you with this, but I'm not going to do it. Or you might say, no, you need to figure all that out on your own. And that's really kind of hard to do, because sometimes it's just like folding towels and it's just easier for you to do it and be done. But then what are they really learning, right? So thank you, Bridget. Thank you for the self-reflection. Bridget, you stand your ground. Cut those people. Tell them Bridget needs her space. Alrighty. All right, Deb. What do the cards need to tell Deb? All right. The first one is the 10 of Cups. So again, 10 is all about completion. The Cups is emotions, feelings, and perceptions. And so the 10 of Cups here, it's like all of them. It's that storehouse. It's the great wish. It's getting what you truly desire, getting what you want. It's completion. It's success. I love how all these animals are coming together in the forest under one tree. So the next one is a 6 of Swords. And so swords, it's thoughts, it's mind, it's intellect. And so here, the 6 of Swords, this is all about, something from the past. I love how it's got the sea turtle, and sea turtles, it's old, it's earthy, it's just, it's like the elder, it's like wisdom. Then we got the 9 of Pentacles. And again, Pentacles, it's security, material issues, and wealth. And this is the Bear. It's the independence. It's all happiness and prosperity on its own. So, Deb, what this really feels like is that you are being called, or almost feels like validation of that you are kind of this person that is representing this elder wisdom. You are like the town elder, wisdom wise, doesn't have to be age wise, experience wise. You are that person that is bringing everybody together. You're helping them find this common ground. But it's kind of like you're still kind of like not that you're hung out here, but you're still by yourself, and you're okay with that. Because even whenever you're bringing everybody together, you're finding your happiness by doing that. But you also know that this isn't where your happiness is. Like, this isn't your identity. It almost feels like that Spider-Man movie where he says, with great power comes great ethics. I forget what it is. but it's like you understand what has to be done. And it's like, Deb, it just really, oh my gosh. Okay, Deb, it just feels like you take this so personally. Responsibility, that's it. It feels like you take this so ethically, so moral, because you don't want to lead anybody the wrong way, because like, you know how people obsess over what is said to them about what they done, and it's just almost like validation, Deb, that you're doing this really, really good thing because you are able to be in that space where you're able to give, but then you're also able to receive. But you know that your place isn't always to give and give, because you're not dependent on receiving, that you are whole and you are happiness within yourself. Very, very cool. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Deb, for being the lighthouse for others, but knowing that you yourself are not the lighthouse. All right, Zelda. All right, Zelda. So this one is the Seven of Wands. And so wands is jobs, employment, is security. And 7 is that spiritual number. So this is all about I must have said the wrong card. This is all about competition with an advantage. Okay. It's all about competition with advantage. So Zelda, this is all about you. The 7 of Wands speaks to holding your position, to digging in your heels and not giving an inch. You may feel like an alligator, low to the ground, concrete, and connected to your beliefs. Use this to your benefit if you encounter someone who challenges your philosophy. The 7 of Wands may also point to those around you who feel threatened by your position or who feel like they need to challenge you, but know that you are in the right and hold firm. When you commit to your place, you will be unshakable. Others around you may not be able to see the whole picture from their vantage point, but this will be to their disadvantage, as you can see a situation from a better perspective. The 7 of Wands may also point to a time of feeling under attack, a feeling as though everyone is strategizing against you, as you overly defensive, and as a result, the one who is looking for a fight. Are you holding on to a shoreline when it'd be more beneficial to get into the water? Call upon the spirit, the alligator, to help you connect with Mother Earth and grounding. This animal knows how to thrive both in and out of the water and can help you find that balance between your emotions and logical mind. Although heavy, it could also teach us buoyancy as we ride down the river of life. All right, Zelda. So this is all about competition with an advantage. You know where you stand. You know who you are. Stand in your faith and go with the flow. Zelda, I really think that's all you need to know on that one. Alrighty, Crayona. Hopefully I didn't butcher that one too much. No, thank you, Bridget. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and holding energy and holding space. And if it really makes you feel good, whenever you go out in the world and you have a crappy day, you can really go back to this time and think about how you felt within this group. That would be called time travel. Go back to that energy, to that space. You can go back to any time where you felt good, where you felt safe, where you felt secure and loved. So if you feel like nobody is, like you just feel like you're alone, think about this energy. Brigitte, this is the MJ Buckholland, the Guardian of the Night Tarot. So you can get it on her website, but you can also get it on Hay House. A lot of people were doing counterfeits on Amazon. So just make sure you get it from a good distributor. Holla. Rachel's going to be having some soon. I'm going to have a whole lot. I love these cards. Okay. Alrighty. Yes, I know, Hay House has those sales too where they'll do 50% off. Alrighty. And I'm so sorry, but it was a name with a C. So this is I think the lady name with a C. I'm not even going to try. I done forgot. So it's Judgment. And this is a major arcana card. And so Judgment, this is all about epiphany, seeing clearly, a light going off. It's like a sudden revelation. Okay. It's also about transformation. It's about rising above. It's like being vulnerable because, again, we were talking about the snake and shedding its skins, and that's the time it's vulnerable. But here is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is how you're going to have that epiphany. This is how you're going to have that sudden revelation, a change for the better. This is how you're going to do it, by being the Knight of the Pentacle energy. So Pentacles, this is security. It's material issues. It's money. And here the Knight is, it's an animal of action. And so it is like hard work. It's being conservative. It's routine. It's doing the work that you don't want to do, but it's getting you to where you got to go. So even though it doesn't seem that very glamorous, because, here he is, he's a donkey. It's not like this black stallion. It's not this beautiful, multicolored paint type horse. It's not the Clydesdale horse. It's just the jackass, right? Who wants to be the jackass? Or maybe he's a donkey. I don't know. But right, it's still doing that tedious work. It's still doing that heavy lifting. So this is how you're going to get to this point of Judgment, which is that aha moment, that moving on to where you need to go, to that light bulb moment. Okay, so this is definitely reminding me of that saying about what do you do after you reach enlightenment. And the way to enlightenment is by chop wood and carry water. And then after you reach enlightenment, what do? You still chop wood and carry water. There is nothing big and grand. You don't get a crown in the sky. You don't get anything after you reach this point. You just have this different perception of it. So now when you chop wood and carry water, it is a little bit different, but it's the same task. So in order to get to this moment of clarity, in order to get to this moment that is this Judgment card, where is this epiphany, where it's this clarity, where it's this change of perspective, it's this aha moment. It's that, oh my gosh, I get it. I understand. You get it by chopping wood, by carrying water. You still do the same task. Doesn't matter how small it is, how tedious, how unmeaningful it feels. That's how you get there. So keep doing it. So if it feels like you're not doing work that is grand and huge and the coolest work in the world, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna get to where you need to go by doing that basic hard work. All right, Jackie. Don't think that you have to be out saving the world to make a difference. Because the difference is within you. All right, Jackie Jones. Jackie Jones, Blow Rock. I really appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me. Oh, Jennifer, at the end of the show, I really got 3 minutes to update you on all of some really amazing news. You hit the lotto? Okay, I'll hurry. Jackie Jones, Blow Rock. Woo! All right, Jackie Jones. I just like Jackie Jones. Jackie Jones, Blow Rock. All right, so yours is the strength. This is what Glenda got earlier. So the strength card, this is the major arcana. The strength is self-control, holding your emotions, building your inner power. So this is all about the snake and the mouse meeting. And is the snake the predator? Is it going to eat? Or is it just going to recognize, hey, that's another animal doing what it does? Do we kind of like share in this moment and realize that we're both animals, or do we attack one another? And does, the mouse seem so insignificant and little that it doesn't matter, that it's not going to get away because it's the mouse against, a snake? So it's just all about thinking whatever you think. Jackie Jones, Blow Rock. Be very, very mindful of your thoughts, because you can either be the snake or you can be the mouse, but you have to be both, because we are both at, different times. Okay. So 6 of Wands. And again, Wands is jobs, employment, and security. And so 6, this is victory. It's travel, it's success. This is very much getting what needs to be done. This is that checklist. This is getting everything accomplished that you want accomplished. Then it is followed by the Wheel of Fortune. And again, 10 is all about completion. And this is the major arcana card. It's not the end. It's not the world, but this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is everything coming together, coinciding. Because whenever you see, look, it's the bats, it's the spiders, it's the snake, it's the owl, it's all these things working together. And if you look up top, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the moth and then it's got scorpions. It's everything working together. So it is you being the snake. It is you being the rat or the mouse. It's all of these things, Jackie Jones, Blow Rock, together. It's not one or the other. It's everything that works together that gets you to this Wheel of Fortune. And so Wheel of Fortune is all about is cycles, it's karmic, it's like end of cycles, but it just really feels like you're being validated for being who you are, it feels like you have been the victim and you've been the aggressor. It feels like you've been both sides. It feels, I don't know, Jackie Jones, Blow Rock. It feels like you have been on both sides of the street and you understand the perspective and you're able to bring that perspective to those around you. It's easy for you to say, yeah, but you don't know what they're going through. These are some adversity. These are some things that they're dealing with. And then from the other side of the street, it's like, yeah, it looks like the grass is greener over there, but look at this. And it looks like you're bringing everybody together. And at this victory parade, it just really feels like it's almost like you're bringing everybody together and everybody is meeting together and you're in the middle. It feels very diplomatic. It feels very like a mediation type. It just feels like everything is coming together. And Jackie Jones, Blayrock, that is beautiful because this is what we need. We need more people to be that energy, not to be jaded, to say, screw them. They done this and they done that. And we need more people to say, yeah, but look what they've dealt with. Look what we've dealt with. And it's okay. You know, we need more people to be not so jaded and biased to say, let's recognize all of our scars. All of our scars are cool. We need leaders like that. So thank you, Jackie. All righty, Jennifer, do you want to come on for 3 minutes?
Hey, I'm sorry I look so bad, y'all. We've been in, geez Louise, doing healing work all weekend, so I have no makeup. We've been out in the heat. Rachel, thank you for doing an amazing job as always. You are the best energy. I love you so, so, so much. Can you hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Rachel, can you hear me?
No, maybe. I don't know. No. Just don't worry about it. Not unless she's going to ask me something important.
Well, no, but I want you to hear so you know what's going on.
Send it to my brain telepathically.
Okay, let me zoom it in.
Oh my God, you're pregnant? What? You're having twins?
No. Okay, I'm glad the rest of y'all can hear me. So here's what's going on. Thank you to you girls who were working in the collective holding energy for us this weekend. It was incredible. We had 3 days of amazing, amazing healing energy work here, and it was really cool. And so some of the people that came in, as you guys know, are in the class, in the 5D class that I've been going with for so long now in the collective. 3 of them, actually 4 of them, have put up money in y'all's name to me to sponsor you guys in class. So I can sponsor 5 people for free in the class thanks to my collective. They've paid all of the fees for you guys to come in, which is amazing. So if you're interested in taking advantage of that beautiful gift, please let me know privately in an email through the Ascension Network, which is really cool. Yay! This is what collective is, guys. This is what it is. The third really big thing, and I did not win the lottery or I would not be here. Rachel would be on her damn own. But the third really awesome thing is not only did they do that, but we are also collectively as a group purchasing a very large piece of land in New Mexico to develop, to offer full-time healing services to everybody. So you guys are going to be welcome here to come out. Isn't that amazing? It's actually going into a trust under the name of the collective. It will never be sold. It will be held indefinitely to do energy work and healing work. So we're super, super excited about that. But I wanted to jump in and tell y'all, I wanted you to know what kind of people you're dealing with. This first group of people that I worked with are my family now. They're not students, they're my family. And these people are watching every show and keeping up with y'all's comments. And they're so proud of you guys that they felt pushed to serve and to offer up that money so that you guys could have the same gift to step in. They want to work with you guys. Absolutely. They want to be there for you through the process and to mentor you guys through it. And they want to accept you into their collective. So it is an amazing gift. I've never had people do this. It's beyond powerful and beyond cool. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because they all just left actually a couple of hours ago, and everybody's on such a high level of love and of good energy. So just wanted to share that. And Rachel, again, you didn't hear me, but I said thank you for always being so beautiful and bringing an energy to this network that nobody else can bring, honey. I appreciate you so much. And I know everybody that watches you every week loves and appreciates you so much too. So I just wanted to jump in and say that, girls, and then I'll get this ugly mug off the TV and let y'all finish it up. Carol, you're packing your bags. Come on, girl. We got lots of room, and y'all are welcome to move out there too. This land is for healing and for doing the work. We got y'all's back.
Oh, right. No, thank you.
You're welcome. I love you, Rachel. You keep pumping out that good energy, girls. I love all of y'all. Everybody have a good night. Victor will be here tomorrow night. I'll be here Thursday night, and I'll let Rachel have it back. Y'all take care.
All right. Well, I was listening. For some reason, my sound isn't working. I'm gonna have to get better organized with that. I don't understand why it's not working. But I was listening to what Jennifer was saying. That is so awesome. So I'm supposed to be hanging out in the Ascension classes, but I've been so busy, I haven't been able to. So, and I haven't been able to show up the way that I want to. But that doesn't mean that if you're not able to show up, that you shouldn't. I just don't want to do anything like there's different stuff. I just want to nip that in the bud because I don't want y'all to think you can't show up if there's too much. But I can't bring garbage to the dump like that. So if that makes sense. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for sharing space, for sharing readings. I really appreciate it. Share this, share this out. And if you're watching replays, this message can still apply. So I'm sorry. I haven't got to the point where I can talk and listen yet. So whenever I start, I'm going to have to stop about midways in between of the reading and do a collective. And then that way people who are watching the replay, or if they're just watching it, period, then they can get a reading. So that's what I need to do. Well, thank you guys. Really appreciate y'all hanging out with you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. See you next Monday at 9:30.